I'm Harris Andrews, No.1 Fan. My name's Em and I'm also his partner. Sorry, we said the word so many times and I know that was potentially a contentious word. I was meant to say candy-coated chocolate fun-sized
Happy for
treat.
a sponsorship if you want to come on board, like, you know, we can push that through.
Straight down the back.
Yeah, I love thank you.
I can specifically remember meeting you at a party, one of our mutual friends. When we were 16, we went to high schools that were next to each other, so just wound up crossing paths. We did technically go to preschool together, so I would have been about 5 years old. Can't unfortunately remember a whole lot of that. There are a couple of home videos where I can see us sort of singing in the school carols next to each other. Yeah, been friends since we were 16. I think I just thought you were really genuine, easygoing, very humble and down-to-earth sort of person.
Obviously meeting Em that night at that party, I think, yeah, just realised how welcoming she was, how beautiful, obviously, and then also, yeah, just how much fun she was to be around. I still feel like I'm the, 16, 17-year-old that met Em for the first time. Yeah, just hopefully grown up a little bit more and a bit more understanding of what goes on in the world. Oh my God.
Yeah, that was your year 12 formal, our first official date, I suppose. Look at you, got your little corsage.
Yeah, corsage, look at me, God.
We were just obviously one of the tallest couples there, so that worked out well.
Stand out unbelievably tall.
We tower above
Yeah,
everyone.
we do. I still remember this night, you know, being so nervous going over to Em's parents' place. Yeah, seeing Em sort of dressed up for the first time was exciting, and me even putting on a suit for
I think
first or second time.
Yeah, braces fresh off that year, just really going all out.
I'm hoping I've somewhat grown into my ears a little bit more, my ears and nose a little bit, but yeah, look very young there, don't we?
Yeah, do. What's in the box? Yeah, it's good. Okay.
No, he won't be happy that this is here.
He was absolutely not happy that this was here.
Yeah, so this is Grover's ball. I'd say there's probably nothing in this world that he's more obsessed with. Would very happily give us up for this.
Trade us in half.
Trade us up very quickly. No, I've spent a lot of time cleaning his saliva and dirt and stuff off this ball, and yeah, very special.
Typical 17-year-old boy, everyone wants to be like some sort of sporting superstar, and then probably progressed to a point, actually realised, oh, he could genuinely go into the sport.
We'd started to hit it off before all the draft and stuff happened. Thankfully, when Brisbane said they were going to take me through the draft, it was obviously great joy and recognition that I was going to be staying in Brisbane for the long term. So that was such an exciting time, obviously. And
he did get an early indication that he was going to end up in Brisbane, and I think that was probably the green light to sort of accept that we could continue getting to know each other and progress our relationship. I think on the field, while you are essentially the same person, probably see a different side of you out there, quite authoritative and commanding of your teammates, but then off it, being able to balance that by being an approachable and down-to-earth person, probably gives you the right mix and has shaped you into the player you are now.
I've had to sort of work on that to become a bit more of a vocal leader, and early on in my footy career I wasn't saying a lot at all, to be honest. I was pretty quiet and just went about my business and trying to improve myself as a player.
On the field, take no prisoners. Off the field, you could order, a long black and I could give you a bubble tea and you just wouldn't say a word.
Yeah, not too fast.
Take it and drink it. Your growth and the self-belief, I think, you have in yourself now. It's funny to me that you say you get a little bit nervous before, giving speeches, because in my eyes, I feel like that comes quite naturally to you, and I don't see those nerves at all in you. I think you just do it very organically. As
you develop as a footballer and you feel like you can be trusted by your teammates, you get that self-belief from the player vote, and then, obviously your own performance continues to improve if you're willing to put in the work and you feel like you can bring more than just performance on game day. Yep. No, I like that. So, this was going to pop up. I'm going to say it would have been at least 6 to 7 years ago. I think it was an interstate trip, looking for something, a little bit of a sweet treat after dinner, and went along to the local convenience store and just thought, you know what, I haven't had a pack of for a while, and I started having these the night before a game. Convenient size, not too big, just enough to satisfy a little sweet treat.
Pre-finals last year, so I just grabbed a huge handful of and said, now you've got enough to get you through to the grand final. And look, I'm not saying that's the reason why you guys made it through, but there was a every game and a couple of little celebratory at the end as well.
I don't know, they're just sort of a real staple of my pre-game preparation, you could call it. And yeah, it's a little bit ridiculous, and I get a bit of a laugh from a few of the boys when I go down and come back from the convenience store.
In terms of like my pride in you, just that 2023 loss, the way you were able to conduct yourself after that, I thought actually probably spoke more of your character compared to, you know, how you might behave after a win. Just the way you conducted yourself after what I imagine for you would have been probably one of the worst days of your life, coming so close and then losing that game. Just the way I felt just having to watch you from up in the stands versus how it would have felt to be you down that field, and thinking, you know, I know you well enough to get a pretty good idea of how shattered you were just from your body language, but I think that wouldn't have been perceptible to a lot of people. Showed a lot of dignity and grace in a moment that would have been easy for you to falter or crumble a little bit.
Yeah, it's obviously disappointing, like when you get so close and then sort of just fall short. But then I was sitting at home and just start being really emotional and upset, and you sort of think to yourself, geez, we're going back to the bottom of the mountain again, we've got to try and climb it, and you're not going to be blaming anyone. That's not what good people do, and that's not what leaders do, and just try and rally the troops, because I still had belief that we were good enough, and 12 months later we were able to prove that. So I started my teaching degree at the end of 2019, so it's now going on 6 years. It's been great. Like, I'm sort of 2/3 of the way through my degree at the moment. I spent 3 weeks during the off season in a school doing my second placement, which was a real wake-up call. It was great fun.
I love the story, the difference between you out on the footy field, very commanding, use your voice. 3 weeks of prac, never once used the microwave to heat up his turkey mince because
didn't want to cause any
issues in the staff room.
Yeah, but no.
Cold turkey mince and vegetables every day. Obviously, I'm your #1 fan on the footy field, and I want you and the team to succeed. But I, would consider myself probably more of your #1 fan off the field. Just try and make your life a little bit easier where I can, and I think you do the same for me. Really enable each other to pursue what we want in life.
To find someone like Em who's been able to support me for such a long period of time across my journey, been very, very lucky. So I'm Harris Andrews, and Em is my #1 fan. Stop.
This is funny. I feel like you're saying it like a cyborg.
Yeah. Okay.